us drifting in eternity.
Welcome with Chumming to the Spirits. We're doing a recap on the Sallie House. We didn't say chum now.
Sorry.
Pre-chummer.
Pre-chumming.
It is a problem.
In front of a live studio
explains.
audience. Here's the chumming.
Thank God it's cold.
First of many today.
So,
Not for
Buckle up,
me.
Buttercup.
Go ahead.
yeah, buckle up, Buttercup.
I had plenty yesterday.
So, we're going to recap our recent investigation with Darkwood Paranormal.
Yeah.
Depending on what list you look at, in all lists, it's in the top 10 of haunted locations in the United States. Small little house in Atchison, Kansas, called the Sallie House.
You know, I have to jump in. It's not as small as it's portrayed. It was actually a decent sized house. Like
Yes.
I thought it was going to be smaller than it actually.
I mean, we make almost every room small.
Well, that's true.
It definitely, we had enough room that I thought we could probably would have fit 8 people with the way things were going.
I think you're right on that. I thought 6 was really pushing it, but
Once we got in there,
Yeah.
we didn't even use the living room
yeah.
at all.
Well, I did.
Well, yeah.
Yeah. And that's where I was getting those huge
I fell asleep on
millimeter spikes up to 195,
Well, I'm
227,
sorry,
and all
the
that.
dining room where we
Oh,
just
yeah,
had the
yeah,
banners.
no,
We
yeah.
didn't even use that.
That was
area.
just a throw all our
Well,
stuff.
yep.
You're up there. Yeah, for sure.
Kind of odd though. So this is a top bucket list place for me.
Yeah, absolutely.
From 1993, so
Yeah.
original sightings, the scratching and all the paranormal activity. I personally, when I did the first walkthrough, was fairly underwhelmed.
Yeah.
Like it felt like a normal house.
Yeah, when we were setting up, while you went to go grab fans because there was no airflow, and my apologies for the upstairs during that part, with the no airflow.
Oh, I heard about that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Crop dusting at its best.
With heat and no airflow, it's not a good combination. But yeah, it just, when we were setting up cameras during the day, like it just felt like we were in just normal house doing
Yeah,
like,
if I did-
Rambo's house.
Yeah. doing a
if
private
if I
investigation or
had
something.
not known the location, we just walked through there, I would not have thought anything.
No, I was really underwhelmed when I got there. Usually, I can sense them. From some of the investigation done, when you go there, you have a heaviness. You have something like, man, it's just not setting right. None of that at all. None at all.
Yeah, I didn't get that, to be honest. I didn't get that at all throughout the entire evening, except the one time when I prodded the house and knocked on the basement door. I
Videos to come of
I did
somebody moving
jump
faster
pretty
than I thought he
fast
could
on that
fast.
But like overall feeling and aura of the place, it didn't feel
Ominous.
out of the, in the moment, I will say it didn't feel out of place at all. But as we've talked about it and looking back on things, and you're like, that's not fucking normal.
Well, my whole personality, my grounding has shifted since then, and I didn't realize how bad it was until the other day when we were all talking again. I'm like, man, I'm still not what I was,
And
mentally.
I'll be honest, I have a theory on that because of
Possession.
yeah, no, the amount of electronic phenomena that we had of battery draining. I literally think it was also feeding off us. I mean,
I like that
because everybody,
I like that a lot.
Raven and Gabriel both talked about it took them 2 or 3 days to get back to being just feeling normal. Not like they're feeling bad, but just something was like off a step, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
So that's a very, very good
analogy,
because is it possible that it was feeding off our energy and putting into our minds and making us feel comfortable as opposed to
Ooh, I didn't
what
even think
we
about
were thinking
that.
about going in, like this is gonna suck, we're gonna get scratched, thrown against the wall.
There's a couple instances where we can go relaying the story that shows that. I mean, we can look at, and I don't want to jump ahead too much, but
Because it
when
was almost like the house was protecting us, but it was drawing off our energy to protect us from the fear that we were.
it didn't really kick in until Gabriel and Raven showed up.
Yeah, but one of the things I do, going back and now thinking about it, we had activity outside the house.
Yeah.
That in broad daylight.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, we're talking. This was around 5 p.m. The sun was still up.
Yeah.
But nobody really went into high alert investigation mode.
There was no grief mode when
Yeah.
when I saw what I saw, and I hate talking about it. But the reason I will talk about it because Gabriel saw it, and the reason I even went out there, the 11-second video they had when they first started their pre-interview, investigation, we saw
Top-notch group, by the way.
Yeah.
Oh, you can't ask for better people, right? I've always liked people from Wisconsin. When we had our place down there, the citizens down there are just amazing people.
Except for what was the place we got? You got the ticket. Those people aren't good.
Lake Geneva.
Lake Geneva.
Yeah, I don't get anything to say about those people.
But you were with them for the 11-minute filming.
Well, the 11 seconds. Yeah, they came in, they got me, and I was using my millimeter in the living room. And I was getting spikes 175. It started at 1.2.
That was the baseline.
Was 1.2.
I went through and it was around 1.2 to 1.4.
Yeah.
No matter where we're at in the house.
You're right. And it started jumping to 175. I'm like, and I'm watching. It just went on for like 10, 15 minutes. I'm like, it's got to be the batteries. I switched out the battery 3 times.
It got
I know
up
you
to
used all my batteries.
190
Yeah.
something. I mean, it got up to like 190 something.
Well,
at
it
one
was
point.
two something. I got it on my phone. I recorded it. So, and Gabriel comes in. He goes, hey, Dave. OG, come on outside. I'm going to show you this video. And he showed it to me. I'm like, it's a bug. He goes, watch it again. Okay, so I'll watch it 11 more times.
Yeah, no, it's
So bugs don't go like that.
or light up.
Yeah,
I mean
that's-
it's a bright white
In the middle
So
of
if
the
it
day.
was a bug, it
in the middle of the day,
black or brown.
So it
or
wasn't.
something.
Yeah, to give context, it's a colored video. It's not in IR. It's a regular video, and
We're
there
high
is.
tech. We got color video.
Yeah,
Call it cell phones.
it was what, about a quarter size
Yeah.
when it goes up, and it bright white right in the middle of the screen goes up. But they didn't see it when it happened.
No.
It was when they reviewed it.
Yeah.
But you saw something after it happened.
But I saw, and that's what made me go out there. I'm like, okay, let's do this. I'm smart. I've done this before. Let me get my millimeter. I'm smarter than some people in K-State. So I grab my millimeter, put on the REM pod setting, EMF detector, all, shadows, everything. I'm going to put it up, do it again, start interviewing Raven. He starts doing it. I'm leaning against a tree. I'm ahead of it. A better investigator would have had a camera with him.
Would have had a camera with them.
Video
after that
them
orb.
doing that.
Well,
Yeah.
and that's why I kind of keyed off of that was we didn't go into high alert with the orb in
Why
daylight.
not? Why not?
Yes, that's why I was just thinking about
Yeah,
that.
that's common sense.
Yep.
We were
That's
like-
textbook
Because
101.
he showed
I mean,
it to all of us
OG
and
would
we're all
never
like,
forget a camera like that.
No, absolutely he would.
Because I remember him showing it to all of us, and we're like, "Oh, that's cool."
But-
and then that's all like that came out of it.
Well,
Like,
then they talk about what you experienced right after it
Yeah.
outside.
So
this is all outside the house.
So we're doing our eighth take. Actually, it was the second take. I'm leaning against a tree. She's sitting in a chair,
Metal chair.
a yard, a garden chair for outside, lawn chair, if you will, made out of metal. And I'm just looking at the tree and I'm watching them, Then all of a sudden, I see movement, invisible movement. So have you ever seen the movie Predator? When he goes into camouflage mode, where you can see through him and he reflects what's his. That's exactly what I saw, but it was about this tall.
you're the
about
black
the
guy in the
height
movie,
of
like,
the-
or
of the
the
little
Indian
girl?
guy. No, he's like, "What are you staring at?" There's something out.
Yeah,
there.
I definitely would. And I just see it and it goes.
going back? About the height of a little girl?
Yeah, yeah.
Because we didn't correlate that
No,
either.
I did,
you just
yesterday.
did.
When I woke up at 3 in the morning, I'm like, oh stuff. Almost.
You woke up at 3 a.m.
Thinking stuff.
Yeah, saying oh.
thinking
stuff.
about the Sallie House.
Absolutely.
That's not
Normal?
weird.
No, it messed with me, man. I'm telling you. But and I saw it go, and then Gabriel finishes the little interview because they had to stop because of traffic. I looked at Gabriel. He goes, "Did anybody see something?" And he said he saw a predator, but no. What he said was, "Hey, I saw a mist." I go, "You saw something?" He said, "I go, I saw something look like predator." He goes, "Yes, that's it." After that, I'm looking up and down, and again, no freaking camera in my hand.
So-
I'm going up and down that house looking for something that was not moving. I could see.
Without a camera.
Well, that's what I said. Without a camera.
Well, and that's that
it-
off. Like
yeah.
we were talking about the battery drains. I spent 90% of my time in that investigation
Trying to
running
correct
around
things.
trying to fix battery drains, cameras,
Corrupted files.
corrupted files. We had a
Blown
charger
battery.
blow up, a
Yeah.
5-volt battery charger smoked, which I've not seen. I didn't think 5
Guys, I
volts.
wouldn't even bring this up if he wouldn't have seen it. I might have pulled you off to the side and said, man,
Yeah. You had
JD.
collaboration.
Yeah.
No, so I have one question about this.
Part A.
In correlation to where you were, the house was, and she was sitting.
Yeah.
What direction and was it moving, and what kind of intent do you think the
Was it
motion
moving
had?
towards the house?
No.
moving-
It moved away from her. Moved away from Raven.
So this is the house.
Yes.
This
Raven's
is
in
Raven,
front of
and
it.
you're here.
Yeah, and
when
her-
you say it moved away from the house, did it move towards you?
No,
Did
no.
It
It
move
was-
this way.
It went
Went out into the
went
side yard?
completely sideways.
Into the
Okay.
side yard.
And I'm like, I lost it. And I kept my mouth shut. I'm
Did
like, okay, maybe I saw something in my glasses.
Yeah.
You know, the frames. I'm picking something up. You know, I'm trying to give every plausible reason what I just saw.
When you saw it form, did you see it form, or did
No,
you just?
I saw movement
How close was it to her when you first?
right next to her,
Like, when you say right next to
like
her.
I am to you.
Okay, so maybe it came from her.
Well, remember, boys, before they came to us,
They were
they
in
went
another
to a
location.
mansion with haunted objects. And so my theory was
Forgot about that.
they brought something from that haunted location with them.
And that guy they said
Not
was
that
off.
not that we're at a haunted location that's in the top 10.
No.
That's
And-
been investigated by every major paranormal
and I've
group
been
and TV show.
I've been bickering with you on this. I'm like, I'm not sure if the location's haunted. Yes, it's in the top 5 on some, but stuff didn't start happening until they showed up.
It's just, but that's almost any location. Like any location.
So when one of those two show up, it's gonna start being haunted. Is what you're saying?
no, the right people show up. Well, because like that place was rented out for multiple
But bro,
years. with
all
nothing.
3 of us are pretty seasoned. We didn't get anything.
But they may
Until
not have,
they
they
showed
may
up.
not
No.
have wanted to interact with us.
So did they bring something that?
You had a millimeter hit before they were inside,
That's a fact.
and I had a REM
That's
pod hit
fact.
up in the nursery.
That's a fact.
Now, did it definitely escalate when they showed up? Yes.
Something happened.
Now there is we had talked about, because this is Atchison, Kansas. There's multiple haunted locations in that place. There's been correlations between the Sallie House and McIntyre Villa. It may be a network because of the limestone foundations in the city that it's a whole bunch of stuff. But I go back. This is one of the most documented places. You can go Google Sallie House paranormal investigations, and you will see, hundreds. Every major network has done a investigation. Every major paranormal group's done an investigation. Every major podcast paranormal investigation. They all have evidence of stuff. Some of it's poltergeist. Some of it's just REM pod. Some of it's EVP. But most of them have scratches on male people, but usually male dominant people.
Yeah, what you thought was going to happen to me.
I really thought it was going to happen
Yeah,
to you.
yeah.
It happened to Gabriel.
But you know,
Gabriel took it for you.
As much as, and I love Gabriel. Like, what a good dude,
No,
right?
both of them were amazing on what they were doing.
He's not what I would say an alpha male, and that's not a knock toward his manhood. He's a sweet, sensitive guy, and which Raven told me he's really open to this stuff. So maybe that's what happened with him. So, but you know what? Even after that, and it just bothers me so much, guys. When that happened, I did not go in a high alert mode.
No, that's why.
Well, none of us did.
What
As we
what
were
the
talking
hell?
about it, nobody went in high alert
No.
mode. Nobody, even though they didn't go into high alert mode, we were missing regular protocol things. Like I said, I've never seen. We had probably 5 power banks drained. My power bank that I put on your phone.
3 of mine.
Yeah, I had 4 of my own. My power bank that I put on your phone generally will charge 4 iPhones, and it will last for a couple hours. In 30 minutes, we barely got your phone from 15 to 30, and that power bank was done. I had to go grab another power bank for Ravens. Wall charges. And the reason why I grabbed my power bank for hers, she had her plugged into the wall, and it wasn't charging very fast.
Yeah, I had my phone because
And
it was, you had a cable plugged into the power outlet, and I was charging my phone because it was at like 12%.
Yep. No,
it
all our
charged for like
phones-
45 minutes and it only went up to 20%.
all our phones drained fast. All our power banks, brand new IR camera, that battery, we had tested it. It should last 3 hours. It lasted less than 30 minutes. And then changing it out. But none of us reacted like it's paranormal. It was just we were all in
Annoyed.
a normal mode.
And
Yeah.
were we even filming that we were annoyed that this was happening? Because I'm going to tell you right now.
Yeah, my camera system got all that.
You know what? Well, I'm glad you brought your camera system. I heard mine was facing a freaking lampshade.
Yeah, I got bumped to the lampshade.
So let me ask you this. First of all, thank you for doing that.
Well, it's, it was a team effort.
No, I appreciate you doing that. Second of all, I don't remember you doing it.
Doing what?
Setting the cameras up.
No, charging all the batteries up.
Oh, that's all he was doing.
I don't remember you doing that.
You bring up a good point. There are times when I was running around doing batteries, I lost track of people of where they were at. And it's a 3-bedroom house. 3 bedrooms upstairs with a bathroom. Downstairs, I literally
A living room as big as your room here.
Yeah.
There was a point when you were up.
So you guys didn't even know I investigated.
I had no idea you investigated.
There was a point
I never
when
thought you left the station, the command center, if you will. I'm like, God dang it! This is his bucket list. This is his place. He has not investigated one look, and that's why I went up to you and I said, "Hey, you need to go to the back room because we just got back from there. There's something foreboding up there." That's the only time I ever remember you being up there.
After midnight, it did change. Like I did go up into the main room, and it wasn't like foreboding, but I felt like a present, like somebody. I'm in a chair, and I felt like somebody was literally standing, but there's a dresser. And I mean, I up to the back of my head, like felt like somebody was just like leaning over me, not menacing, but just felt like a presence was there. Mm-hmm. Or hopefully we'll get more off the EVP on that. But no, I investigated the nursery a couple different times. I actually I swapped out REM pods with Darkwood because their REM pod was just going nuts. I had a spike on mine at the same time, so I'm like, okay, let's move this around. Maybe it's just equipment. We tried batteries. Like we went through 5 packs of batteries.
Yeah, there
just
was
trying to get things working. Or double checking, making sure it wasn't a battery failure because we ran into that.
JD, I don't remember any of that.
Yeah. Dude, you were in a different zone.
Well, and Larry kept on asking, dude, what's wrong with you? Why are you acting that way? I'm looking like, what are you talking about?
You almost went in like a
Protective mode?
Yeah, because you were hovering over.
I was worried about Gabriel during that one session, which we'll come up to.
Yeah, I was like,
but I was
came down. He said he was fine. I was like, why are we stopping?
But he did mention in his recap that he did feel really off after that.
I could tell the way he was. But you know
everybody was off.
I know.
But first of all, he's with us. He's never been with us before. He's trying to be. We're all men, right? We're not trying to look like little wimps in front of each other. I think he was trying to hold his composure.
I don't care. Unless something scares the shit out of me, I'm gonna let people know.
Well, that's you though. But
you did. You went, oh shit, and took up running.
I could tell by him repeating what he thought he was hearing. His voice was quivering. To me, it was quivering, and it didn't sound right. And after like the 12th time, I'm like, this is enough.
Because I could.
He something's wrong. We have to stop this.
Because I could tell, but when they came down, so I want to go into this here in a second, but I could tell when they came down from a certain session, like he said he was fine.
Yeah,
he acted normal, but she wasn't. She was.
Yeah, she was a little off.
She was disturbed.
Yeah.
By what had happened, and I was like,
okay. I was just focused on. I wasn't paying attention to Raven, like I did the microphone, but I was focused on Gabriel. I was worried about him, and I know he goes, "No, I'm fine." I go, "You need to drink. You need a glass of water. You need a bottle of water." Because I knew he was shook. I just knew, as another man, what to look for. I mean, go ahead.
So I want to get your guys' interpretations real quick before we
jump ahead.
Jump ahead.
Jump
on the impact or use of Estes sessions.
You really want my?
No, I really want your honesty.
Okay,
you go.
So personally, I don't ever want to see another Estes session in my life.
That's fair.
But that's a caveat. The reason being is with somebody with the headphones on, you can't hear what they're hearing. So it's all one person's view of interpretation.
Yep.
Now, I am open to doing an Estes session if I can figure out how to split the headphone jack and bring it into an audio file that no one else can see. But
there is a way to do that. There is a way
to hear later.
Yeah.
Not in the moment.
Not in the moment, but when they're doing the Estes session, you can play as they're saying what they're hearing. Because that would give more credence to what's going on.
As opposed to us being able to hear it too in the moment.
Yeah.
I do think they make it a spirit.
They do.
With 2 jacks that you can put in one for each person.
I can do an audio split.
2 jacks.
2 jacks.
I can do an audio split and get that out.
But
it's now, I now know after watching that and seeing it filmed, like that is really interpretive. It's not scientific because you don't know exactly what they heard.
And I think one of the 7 ones that we did, maybe one of them was legit, which is him. Larry, we did one at McIntyre Villa and Paracham, whatever your name is.
That was
Not
funny,
even
though.
drinking.
What you said was the same thing you said at the McIntyre Villa.
Yeah.
First thing was, fuck off. I'm like, that's what you said at McIntyre Villa.
I said that?
3 years ago, absolutely. And then you said JD like 2 or 3 times. You kept on saying Rick. It was the same.
I was
script.
saying what I thought I heard.
It was the same damn script. I'm like, oh, shut up. This isn't paranormal. This is the same damn script as last time.
Now,
It's not my fault.
no,
now
no.
now I'm gonna
You're
be-
That's
just
what they
reading-
wanted me to say.
But I think it's in your head.
no,
Yes.
I can agree with that.
now I do think it's the person.
Psychological. Yeah.
Well, the people, because like LMN has done SS sessions. You can watch them.
Yeah, well,
she's real.
yeah.
But I mean, she's also psychic. I mean,
Yeah,
there's.
you made me cry, by the way, Leah. Just want to, if you want, my eyes watered up.
I look at an
ahead.
Estes
Yeah,
session.
I just don't think us doing an SS session, unless we get the technology there, needs to be.
It's worth doing.
Yeah.
Otherwise, it's like
agree.
just using some dowsing rods.
Yeah, or just putting a K2.
Yeah.
Just setting a K2 and not doing a baseline or anything like that. So I mean, we all agree that like
It's
we made a lot of faux pas stuff, but it still was a great investigation.
wasn't me.
I was glad I did it. I definitely want to go back to try to replicate some of this stuff with and without certain people
And-
to see.
and I would be interesting to see if we get the same feeling.
Yeah.
Because to me, like I was up there with Juan for a second in the master bedroom, and I like literally got up there and the camera died on me the second I sat down. And I'm like, it was fully charged when we walked up the stairs. I don't understand that. And so I said, "Hey Juan," because I was already sitting down and being lazy. I was like, "You go down and get a new battery?" And he left me up there for like 15, 20 minutes, and it didn't feel off at all. Like I could have laid down in that bed and just fallen asleep.
Which is not, you can't. That's
So I brought up to him before you got here because we were chatting about comic books and stuff, and I said, looking back on that should have been a big cue and cursor to me, because I'm a scaredy bitch. Like,
you took a nap on the couch.
yeah, no, anywhere I go, everywhere I've gone, I'm afraid to be by myself. I get scared. That place, that should have been a cue to me that something was off, that I felt just completely comfortable.
Other
I was
than,
proud of you.
Yeah,
Other than the door, the basement door, yeah, you acted like it was like a normal. Even though we had so we're gonna have to.
I know about the basement. Juan told me he did not think that was a paranormal event.
It may not be, but there is a noise.
it could have been a compressor kicking on or something, but it was.
There is a noise. So I got we'll have other people also look through this, but Parachum knocks on the basement door.
I was bored.
And then about, I think it's 5 minutes later, he goes, "Oh shit," and stands up. Well, actually, he's moving and saying it at the same time. He is out of the kitchen.
You're like, I've never seen anything.
I've
move
never
that fast,
seen, yeah.
I've never seen you walk and talk at the same time.
Yeah.
let alone run.
There's a brief noise right before he says something, but I couldn't isolate it. I did look. The door doesn't look like it moves. But what was weird is when you knocked on it, the door didn't move either. It didn't vibrate.
And the bell didn't move.
Yeah, and so it's one of those. We have a lot of coincidental stuff that just is the amount that we had. I am. Well, you and me have some similar thoughts on orbs. Most of the time, it is dust. It is an insect.
Thank you. Yeah, orbs are bullshit. 99.9%.
We got a bunch of stuff that I'm gonna have to put in. I'm gonna have to review because no airflow. The amount we beat on the bed to see if it was dust.
Yeah,
I mean,
good idea, by the way.
But it draws back on the feeling or the thought that
it could be the energy.
it could have been drawing energy from all this stuff to make us feel comfortable, and that's why I.
Well, and I didn't
act
think about it.
on
Yeah, the house never really. But maybe it was trying to get energy.
Do you think it
from
was
us.
conflicting, though? Because there is an energy time with Gabriel up in the room, which they said,
Well, what was interesting about Gabriel? He smelled flowers. What did you smell?
well, at first, and again,
Perfume?
I smelled it first. I'm sitting by the bed. Yeah, I was kind of worried about that. So I'm like,
Yeah, no, I'd be
was that
worried
me?
if my
Was
flowers
that
smelled like
me?
flowers.
But I was on the floor and they were in their chairs, and I'm just, what the hell is that, Larry? Where you at? It smelled like rotten death. It was stench. I'm like, holy shit! I took a shower. I know how to clean myself up. And
It was pretty humid and no
yeah,
airflow.
I was like, what the? I'm like, and I looked at
Gabriel?
and he goes, what's up? I go, well, I smell something. So, and I didn't tell him. He came on and goes, He starts sniffing all over the place, like a
Sniffs
hound
the
dog.
wall.
Yeah,
It's a beautiful. We'll insert part of that right
And, you
here.
know, he's such a good dude. He's a sweetheart of a guy.
Airflow was so bad. And I was setting up cameras upstairs. I let one loose, and I hear downstairs.
Like, oh my God.
I hear JD go, "Good Lord."
Yeah, so maybe that
There's some outtakes of that too when he's in the kitchen.
maybe that was residual Larry's ass.
It
I don't
may have
know.
been, yeah. No.
But he comes over, he starts sniffing everywhere. So I'm watching, he goes, "I smell flowers, right?" I'm like, so I walk over, like, yeah, like dead ones. So I walked over, then I get maybe a sweeter smell. So in my mind, I keep my mouth shut because I'm thinking, he just taught me, made my brain think I'm smelling flowers. So I wanted to keep that to
Or
myself.
was that because it was near him and what you were smelling was near you?
Yeah.
No offense we need to check the cameras. No offense, Gabriel. Maybe he ripped butt and had like a spray, and he's like, "Oh shit."
Yeah, Febrezed it real quick.
Well, if he did, well done.
But
Well done.
We're gonna have to figure out if they have pocket size Febreze and just give it to Parachum.
Well,
Yeah,
but
yeah.
after he said that,
I
I'm
just
like,
I just can clip one of the little dispensers on me.
Yeah.
That
Just automatically
every once in a while
automatic.
just
Just have a little vented fan one, like. But after he said that, I'm like, okay, yeah, I'm starting to smell. But I don't know if he put that
In your
suggestion
mind,
in my
yeah.
mind. So I have to shut up and just go with it because I can't. I don't want to influence anybody.
Then we had weird light anomalies, is what I'm going to call the orb, coming out of the wall right after you guys had that.
I don't know what that was.
The one that,
I don't know
that
what it
throws
is.
me, and I haven't reviewed the entire.
No,
clip
we're
and
still going through a
diagnostics.
bunch of it because we have to do the audio and video. There's so much.
Gabriel's shadow when he's sitting on the bed.
I don't know if that was paranormal, but that was creepy.
It looks like it. So for one thing, the camera system that JD has, it blocks out in green what it picks up and thinks is a human form.
Shaking.
His
But
shadow
that's not the only. So it does green on human,
and
blue on motion, and then it will do red for a thermal change. Like if it picks up on the IR, something
Yeah.
changing really rapidly.
But it did. It not only it blocked it in green, but it looks like when he crouches down and he's perfectly still, it looks like his shadow's moving on its own.
It does.
It looks like
and,
a delayed response.
and it may be because of another light in the room
Very well.
changes.
Very
the
well.
I mean, so there's
And
some
that's what I'm
possibility.
leaning toward.
But the fact that the camera picked it up for a brief while as a human, that's what kind of made it a little creepy. And it creeped him out. When he saw that, he was like,
he was
Because
yeah. He said this is not
None
good.
of the other shadows that you see in the hallways,
No,
as
none of
people
them get
walk by,
picked up.
None of those get picked up.
No, I get it. I've seen it, and I'm like, what is that? I don't want to say it's paranormal right off the bat, but it does look like a delayed response with his movement.
But yeah, as we're recapping this, the more I think about it, our responses for 99% of the stuff
is off.
is not what we normally would.
No, you're right.
Like, and like I said, I lost track of people in a very small house because I was too busy running around because I saw all this battery drainage that I have never seen at that level. Like I've never seen a 5-volt DC battery charger just pop and start smoking right next to me. Right after a file was corrupted and we couldn't upload our video. Maybe it's not paranormal, but there may be a major magnetic force in that area that just threw. But as you're saying, it never felt evil or
one time.
One time for you.
One time.
For me, I never got. I got a creepy feeling like somebody was standing over me, but not like, oh, I need to get out of this house. Nothing in the house made me feel like I needed to leave. And then, as you're talking about it, we never went into high alert. All these things happened. Your Mel meter going off.
Stupid.
The REM pods, my SLR camera system wouldn't pick up me as a skeleton. Then started dropping out. I had it plugged in directly into power. I had to pull it down. That's when I had the REM pod activity. They had their REM pod activity, and it spiked over on mine, but it didn't stay. And that's when I'm like, okay, let's swap
them out. Yeah,
and then we even swap batteries.
Yes,
no,
great move. No, that's.
But we're trying to do everything scientifically.
Sure.
We forgot to capture other angles with cameras. Like we had a ton of cameras, we just did not use them. We didn't get promo footage of stuff that we talked about. We all talked about. We're like, oh yeah, we're all on board. And it was like everything was just off.
No,
not.
It was. Someone moved the goalpost on me.
So to wrap this up,
Well, let's not wrap it up. I want to get back into the orbs. We really didn't get into that.
Yeah, well, let's talk about the light
talk-
anomaly.
We have to.
Okay, my apologies.
So let's. No, you don't have to apologize. What do you apologize for?
I don't know.
Shout out to Juan,
Yeah.
who was amazing on the security system. He picked that system.
Don't give him any credit.
He kept going. Hey, Larry,
I have to
look
deal
at
with
this.
his ass. I see this guy almost daily. I don't give him any props.
He's like, what do you think that is? What do you think this is?
Dude.
Look at this.
He's on my list to run my security system any day.
Yeah,
No,
yeah.
He
I'm not letting him out of his bedroom.
He was Superman.
I'm not gonna let it
that
happen.
night. I have to admit.
Nope, don't say it. I got to deal with it.
once
So let's get to the anomalies
Yep.
that you guys.
because you haven't seen all of them.
I haven't seen. I've seen maybe 10 seconds.
Yeah.
Let's look at the ones that
keep
you
you
guys were
sheltered.
thinking it was coming out of the walls and doing some pattern with a tracer behind it.
Do you want to start, JD? Or
But, okay, but first of all, just that point. You know I don't believe in orbs.
Yep.
I cannot say that's a bug.
Video anomaly. Did you call it that?
Yeah, or light
If you-
anomaly.
If you say orb, you're putting it into a box.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
we learned that from Juan, right? Not to
yeah.
put things in boxes. For now.
Well, what's
For
funny
now.
is we started the whole investigation off. That was the first anomaly, was a light anomaly that went straight up in front of it in the daylight.
Which okay.
Which
so-
we would all normally would say, oh, that's a bug, and we were all
let's-
there. There's no bug.
Let's recap. I said it was a bug, and I watched it 11 times. I go, okay, that's not a bug.
Unless it was a lightning bug with a nuclear reactor on its back.
With a jetpack. I think.
And-
Yeah.
So
There's no way.
then, most of the videos, if I was to watch them without any context, if that wasn't me, I would automatically say that is dust. That is an insect. The problem is, I was actually there.
that was not dust.
We
Dust
had
doesn't move like
zero air movement
Yeah.
to move the dust, kind of like right now.
Not like that. Not where. Not like where a surf
No,
ball comes back
it
and
wasn't
goes.
like it dropped and slowly went down like a dust particle. It changed directions, like it saw something and then turned around. And that's not the only one. And there is one point in time and that was the other weird thing. It's only when certain people were in areas that we saw it. We had cameras in every single room. Orbs
that's
were
real.
not everywhere.
real.
It was only in certain places with certain people. But there's one that it looks like a friggin' blizzard coming out of the middle of the room.
Yeah. So I don't know.
I don't know. And I actually asked you, did you see something? Because the light anomalies were so large and bright on the camera. I'm like, you sure you didn't see something on that? And we
no.
had problems with our IR lights kicking on, kicking off, like they were like something was reflecting.
Yeah, because at first we thought it was the change in the sun going.
Yeah,
down.
and I locked the cameras in to be one light mode only.
They were still doing
and we were still getting weird stuff like that. And maybe we need to make sure we have floodlights with those cameras to maintain. It's a big learning curve on what we did, but the light anomalies or film artifacts we're going to have to do a lot of investigation and review on that, because I would not. Some of them were like, I don't know how to explain that.
The only thing I can tell you that what I know from being in that room, it wasn't bugs.
Yeah, no, I checked,
saw no bugs.
Well,
Well, and we talked about. I checked every single windowsill. There was no flies. There was no bugs in the windowsills when we went through. There's no air movement. We didn't have a fan in that room. The fan was in the spare bedroom. Which of all things, that was the one room that we actually had a camera go out. I had to go up and power cycle it to get it come back on, because technically I was worried if I went with a wireless system, which I'm glad I didn't. Why we'd get interference, because sometimes the walls, the lead paint. So I went with PoE, it's power over Ethernet cables that power these cameras up. So they're hardwired in, constant power, and this camera just shut off, off.
And come from a kid that chewed on windowsills as a kid. I chewed a lot of lead paint.
That makes a lot of sense.
I can tell you, it does block a lot of senses for sure.
Did you eat paint chips as a kid?
Oh, absolutely. They were delicious. We didn't have no food in the house. You have to eat something.
Technically, lead is sweet.
Yeah. And there was nothing in the house to eat, man. What do you want a guy to do? Starve?
No judgments.
No.
I'm just.
But
makes
yeah, no,
sense.
that will
Not
probably.
everybody grew up with a refrigerator in the house, man. I'm just saying.
What?
Yeah. Anyway, but watching the flight pattern of these anomalies,
I think
I don't think it was dust.
that investigation may have taken your thoughts on orbs a notch up. That there may be something.
Well, I think as soon as I recoup and get the goalposts where it should be,
So
I'll have more input on that. But right now, I feel like I'm still dehydrated from that.
I've seen a lot of stationary footage doing what we do over the past 20 years. And I know what dust looks like. I know what bugs look like. I've never seen an anomaly bright come out of a wall and leave a ripple pattern tail trail that looked like water
That's what I'm talking
through
about.
space.
Well, the other one that comes out after you guys smelled comes out of the center of the wall,
And it's-
comes towards, and it's literally
Right,
flipping and leaving a trail of like a mirror image as it goes up, not down.
But it was like a
Why
slime trail.
can't we see it?
Well, you couldn't see it because you guys were looking out the door. Raven should have seen it. That's what she was still sitting there, and all these things were so bright and large, like they had to been, like softball size coming towards it.
Well, that's where my thing is like, okay, then it's dust, right? Because it's reflecting the IR light. But it didn't move like dust.
And there was no directional airflow in that room. If it had been dust, you would have just seen it, just like
when all of them start showing up and they're moving in one direction, I'm like, okay, there's a probability that could possibly, because if there was airflow, it'd be moving in a certain direction.
But when they come in,
and
see
change
something,
direction,
turn around.
But I haven't seen all of them.
No.
There's multiple ones, or are they all going different directions? Let me ask you that.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, see, I haven't seen
left to right,
Okay.
up to down, across, turn
that's
around.
pretty, to me, guys, I just don't know what to say about that. But what got me is when I grabbed Gabriel's camera, when he wanted to get on the bed, he goes, if you start going off, I'll sit on the bed. It stopped. He goes, should I get on the bed? I go, you just told it if it would leave the REM pod on you. Yes, sit on the bed. He goes, well, here, we're going live. So I have his phone, and I should have had a camera in my hand.
You did. It was his phone.
No, but I mean, our camera.
Yeah.
I should have been doing the.
Yep.
I almost said something dirty.
Yeah.
So anyway, so I'm watching, and all of a sudden, there's a little light in his hand. I'm like, dude, you got a pin light in your hand? He's like, what? I go, you got a pin light in your hand.
And it was caught on camera. It looks.
Eventually, right?
Yeah.
There's one shot of it.
But we think we know what it was caused by.
But
Please tell.
No.
Do you think you don't think that was the same anomaly type?
No, because he had his phone. We think the other anomaly was his phone doing IR. Like when you turn a phone over, we'll do IR to try to detect your face.
Yeah.
Some of the stuff we've seen that's a possibility.
Absolutely.
But you had
No.
you had his phone, so
No.
he didn't have anything with him to do that.
I don't want to make. See, I'm not. Even though I don't believe in that crap, this little light on his hand went to the REM pod, came back to him. I'm like, I'm on his live. I'm like, are you?
Did you see it on the live?
Yes, I go. Are you people seeing this? Are you seeing this?
Well, it sounds like you believe.
And then it started. No, I know what my eyes saw. And this little light
believing.
that no one can see except for me started doing a dance all over his body, and it shoots right out the door. I'm like, well, there it goes. Then it came right back and started dancing all over his body again.
You saw this with
my own eyes.
With his own, not on the camera. Well, you saw them both. You saw it on the camera and in his
You saw
eyes.
it dancing around.
So
him
it
on
should be
camera.
on.
Yes.
We'll have to go get the live footage because they ended up. So another thing we didn't talk about. We do a live. Your iPad quits cutting out. Couldn't join the live. Darkwood's same thing. They ended up kicking their own live on.
My iPad was dead and it was fully charged when we got there.
I am sure.
I don't think it's a haunted location.
I don't know if it's a haunted location, but I think when it starts, I don't know. You're right. I did have some spikes in the living room, and I don't know if. Okay, I'm going to be a parachute. I'm going to go out in left field past
holy
the.
cow.
I'm going to pass the.
He's calling
bleachers.
his shot.
I'm going on the
over the
parking
wall.
lot. Okay, I'm going to do a parachum 101. I think if I was parachum, I would think they brought an entity with them, walked in the house with it because I saw whatever the damn thing I saw, walked in the house and we saw a battle going on. What was there at that house and what they brought in.
So can I go out to the other left field?
The other left.
There's
field?
none in the left. You go right.
It's called right field.
You go right field.
Sports
Is it
are hard.
possible that there was some sort of natural phenomenon of extreme electromagnetism that we couldn't detect?
No, we're
that was-
detecting it.
that was-
K2 meters
well,
are all
Not with their eyes.
But could severe electromagnetism cause anomalies like that to
What?
show up
We
on
could,
IR?
we could actually look to see if there was any solar flares during that time frame. If there was a major solar flare,
not
that
in
would
the
that
house.
You know what? I'd be really happy with that. But what we haven't touched on yet is when Gabriel, what happened to Gabriel? That he felt like someone was pulling him away.
by his leg.
Physically or
Yeah, no, physically. Well, and then that was
his
where
arm.
that's where
Oh,
he felt
okay.
his arm get pulled, and
And it was not like
too
a
late.
malicious scratch. It's like maybe something trying to, and I think you're the one who brought it up, is like something was trying to protect you.
I got video of it on my phone.
Yeah.
Yeah. He got touched multiple times.
That's what happens when you
I'm
get to
fucking with
sleep
you.
on the couch all night.
Yeah.
It was a peaceful nap too.
Well, like I said, it's a definitely. I definitely want to go back.
I think you should.
Well, it'd be another 4 years of talking OG into going back to the location.
But no, we'll just tell them we're going somewhere else and blindfold them.
Yeah, just
Again?
yeah,
No, that was not fun, guys.
Well, it's happened every weekend so far. So.
yeah.
Well,
But
We're used to it.
slow learner.
that is definitely an interesting location. It wasn't a typical haunted location because I mean, as far as we know, we didn't get any shadow figures. The security system was having some weird effects on dolls. Certain dolls would show up as human. Then it changed. That was kind of odd. We had REM pod activity all over the place. We haven't gone through all the evidence for EVPs yet. So there may be more evidence, but from a quick brief overlook and the personal experiences that we had, I would have to say that it's racking up to be in the top 10. Like I don't know if anybody else has gone there and said nope, nothing ever happened yet.
Yeah.
But I do think it is in context. It has to be a group going for paranormal investigation, because if we didn't have cameras and we didn't have any of that stuff there, 90% of what we experienced would not have happened.
Well, I think Raven and Gabriel heard movement or talking upstairs when we went up there, like the second time, I believe.
Oh, I didn't
it was
know that.
it was pretty dark at that time, so we went up the stairs, and whatever mode I was in, I was definitely not myself. I felt like I had to go with them, and I followed them up there. We stopped in the hallway. We could not go any further. It was like
Is that when you tried to send me up without a flashlight?
it was after that. I'm like,
Okay.
Jade, you got to go up there,
Yeah,
man.
without-
You have to go. Yeah, you took a flashlight. I go, that's freaking cheating. Don't take a flashlight.
So-
go up in the dark like I did.
I want to preface real quick that so a lot of the claims that I've heard from the
On the
Sallie House
pushing.
are people feeling like they're being pushed down or up the stairs. You have to take into account something that we noticed while we were there is all of the stairs are uniform until you get to that top step,
Yeah.
and it's at least 2/3 taller
Yeah,
than all the other
that's-
steps.
Yes. No, we're in the hallway. We just
No, I'm just saying someone could
easily
think-
fall. Yeah.
yeah, like
that
taking
person
that
being
away.
pushed back. Or
coming
being
up
pushed back.
and catching and thinking
Yeah.
you got pushed.
Absolutely. By the way, the stairs are this wide.
Yeah,
I wasn't worried about
I wear a size 13. I'm like, good lord,
Yeah,
this is
Well,
ridiculous.
the good thing is if you were to fall down, I mean, you'd wedge yourself before you got all the way down.
Yeah.
I mean, that's
Don't get the bacon grease. But we were in the hallway.
We told Mom to bring KY.
we could not. We felt like no, you're not going any further. And the room with the red fan in that back room over there, it was. And that's the one I told you to go into.
Yeah.
It was so forbidding.
Foreboding.
Well, whatever. I went to state school just like you. Jesus
Yay, Missouri.
criminy. Learn how to read. Anyway,
That's fair. That's fair.
so anyway, usually when that happens to me, I'm being challenged. I'm going to go in there.
Yeah,
I couldn't do it.
I was gonna say, what do you think personally would have taken place if you had?
If I went in there,
Yeah, or them?
probably nothing.
sure.
Then why didn't you?
I don't know.
No, I'm not trying to.
No, I'm just.
push
being-
back.
Are you
no,
saying
I'm-
that this
I'm being
recap
real.
just brought up more questions
I'm
and
being
answers?
real.
I mean, 'cause
From what you're telling me and from what you told me, I mean, you were in my face the other day. Like you were not the same. You were not
are you
acting like
starting
Dave.
now recalling stuff and seeing some minor differences? Like you said, a goalpost shifted a little bit. Because
know-
like you said, you saw it foreboding. You're the guy that heard a disembodied voice, and Rick goes, "You should go check that out." And you were going, "La da 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 da."
No, it wasn't just about a voice. It was a shadow.
Oh, shadow.
And Rick and this guy wouldn't move. So I go chase it like an idiot until I got there. I'm like, what are you doing? You
So what was the
idiot?"
difference? What?
So I have a theory on that.
I don't know why did my atypical
Response?
not happen?
I think.
Why?
Is it possible that in
And why
that,
didn't I have a fucking camera in my hand?
We kept asking you that.
I know. I was pissed off when I left too. By
Well,
the
and
way.
it's because you know 30 plus investigations. We're not super seasoned.
I'm not. Yeah, I'm not.
But
like-
we know protocols and all that, and we were all
What the
off
hell
on
happened?
certain things.
is it possible to segue back for a second?
No,
In the words of our good friend Matt Orton, is it possible
that?
in that moment that you were stopped, that you may have been zapped by infrasound because you said it took you 2 or 3 days to recover?
I don't.
we
I
were
don't-
all off though.
I'm
Yeah.
going to be completely honest right now. I'm still not 100%. I'm not.
I'm sorry.
I feel like I'm still dehydrated.
Well,
Totally
yeah, no,
forgot a
we
whole
all sweat
conversation.
quite a bit.
I mean, seriously, I still don't feel
Like 100%.
my
Like,
strong constitutional as of mind.
so do you feel like maybe
Well,
you were
just
drained?
Look what happened today.
Yeah.
By the way, let's recap on that as well. I called you. I'm like, when did we say we were going here? You're like, Dave, we
Thursday night.
we totally discussed it. And I'm like, I don't remember.
Yeah,
So yeah,
we're not doing anything that day. We'll go ahead and go.
Now, maybe it's just heat stroke because there's
Because
a little air.
this room's like 165 degrees, and this guy sweats like a $2 horn.
But no, I
church.
think it's definitely worth a reinvestigation.
Well, I think you should go.
Yeah. Well, actually, we were talking to another group, PRI.
PRI.
They have not been there. They've done a couple locations there.
Oh, they would be fun to go.
I've heard.
Well, that's also where Mike, the random number generator, where we interviewed him.
Mm-hmm.
I would like to see that technology in there. I would like to go in more scientifically again.
Yeah.
With baselines that like here's what we're doing by hour. Like we have checklists just so that fog of losing where we're at doesn't happen again. Probably no live. No, I mean we're going to focus on trying to get evidence to kind of answer or repeat because like they were talking about we need to take our cameras, all the batteries and stuff that we had, film it, how long it takes for them to drain, outside that location.
That's a great.
Document it and then go in.
That's
and,
really
and do
really good. That's really good.
That's pretty
Yeah.
So you remember when Lori brought that attachment to my house? We saw it float across my rec room. Remember when I got up, I was pissed, and you went up to go check it as well. You remember you're like, it was 100 times stronger
Than that.
100 times. I'm not exaggerating. And when I'm challenged, I have a problem not backing down.
No, I totally understand that. That's one of the stories I've had one time that I've ever had that situation happen that I didn't like. I get defensive, and you move in.
It angers me.
Yeah, but you didn't have that, right? You're just like, oh no, I'm not supposed to go in there.
No, I'm like, I'm looking at Gabriel and Raven, and I'm like, man, it's heavy. I my heart, and they're grabbing their chest. I'm like, am I doing the same thing? But
I can see Dave standing there going, nope, that's a room of nightmares.
I'm just, it was worse.
you still don't-
it was
you
worse
still
than my
don't-
honeymoon. It was scary as hell.
So you're still saying that you don't think it's haunted?
I don't want to say it's not haunted. I think paranormal stuff, definitely happened. I can't tell you if it came from that house of haunted collections that they brought with them, or if it's the house, or if it's just a combination of both.
I mean, to be fair, we were at McIntyre the night before.
Well,
there's a chance we could have brought something with us.
Which was very uneventful for the very first time.
Oh, no, it was eventful.
Oh, it was very eventful.
Besides stuff getting destroyed, you mean? Okay.
Making it to Walmart 5 minutes before they closed, only having one of the items that we needed.
But let's talk about Gabriel. We're up in the room for the last 30 minutes in a session.
I can't comment because I wasn't there.
We don't have another film footage on it.
Okay, so I'm on the bed because no one else would get on the bed.
Well, I mean,
and they make fun of me for that.
To be fair, he was. I mean, by that time, he was a little shook after the S session and some other stuff.
Yeah.
He was sitting in the chair, which I got to get better with my camera system because I couldn't catch everything in the chair and the bed at the same time. So I focused on the bed, and that's one of those things. That's why I'd like to go back and get a better rig for the cameras and all that.
So going through that, and me thinking the camera's not working, put it on the bed.
30 minutes of staring at a wall. Yeah. And flooding the other lights out.
Yeah, that was me.
Yep.
Well, to be fair, we have a bunch of forgot we're filming every place actions happened throughout the whole night.
I'm holding on that video. I am going to blackmail you. I'm going to put it on TikTok.
Yeah.
It's happening.
Also,
next time you get discolored with me, you guys want to see something?
Yeah.
Watch this.
The other thing to remember is try to mount your cameras higher than waist height.
Yeah.
You forget what you pick up when people walk around. You get some interesting shots.
And people need. I'm not gonna go there.
No, don't go there. But anyways, yeah, we learned a lot of stuff. Some embarrassing stuff that will be put on probably Patreon.
Probably should be edited.
Yeah, some of it's going to get released because some of it's pretty hilarious.
I forgot.
You'll never get.
I forgot there were cameras.
If we post that, you'll never get a date again.
It was such a relief.
Oh yeah, I can tell.
It sounded like a relief.
Oh my god, thank you. So, he starts seeing a mist come out of the floor, and it's dark in there,
Yeah.
and I see a little fuzziness. I'm like, and Raven's right there. She goes, I'm not seeing it, and he goes, it's following me, and he's moving around, and he goes, you see, it's right here, and I'm watching. I'm like, maybe it's a thought of suggestion again, because I don't want to just.
Yeah, you don't want to disprove him. You don't want to give him doubt.
So I'm going to watch that. So, and this went on for a while, and then he moved chairs, and he saw it again, like it was coming after him, trying to touch him. And I was talking to Raven, like this 2 nights later, we're messaging. I go, do you think that thing was trying to touch him to gain more energy to
manifest? So what was weird about that, it was low enough that the camera couldn't pick it up. That's also another reason why I need to figure out a better mount. Number 2, when that stuff was happening, you can't see anything form, but the IR light brightens up all of a sudden, like something
during that,
right after. Because he says,
I haven't seen video. So
as he goes, you see this down here, and where you could see his hands, but you can't really, and then it just brightens.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like an external IR. source
kicked on.
Turned on.
I hate to ask you because I know how imaginative you get, but I also know what a thorough guy you are when you hear and see things. When you saw that on camera, and you've done probably 40 investigations a month.
To me,
you got way more experience on that.
So to me, the first thought I thought of was that someone had another camera or something, and they didn't realize their IR wasn't on,
That was
or a
bad.
floodlight,
Yeah.
and it was like a floodlight, an IR floodlight had clicked on, because it was like.
Maybe that was it.
You didn't have the camera.
But the other
Dude,
the,
you came out and took it away from me.
Yeah.
the problem is we don't have any secondary angled footage to determine if
And
that was
we-
the case.
we know.
because if
Well,
someone else had another camera and it happened on that camera.
I'm going to be honest talking about it. We're going to migrate and probably move up to a 16 camera and have 2 cameras in each room so I can get double footage, plus all the handhelds, because I thought, because it's got the cameras have like 110 angle view, and I thought that was going to be enough. And like anything, you're taking as many pictures as you think, and you end up missing 50 pictures.
well,
like
body, you mentioned body cams, so it wouldn't be a bad idea either.
Yeah.
So all I can say, I'll recap it for me and let you guys tell me what your final thoughts are. If that's
I'll
okay.
recap it after,
Can I jump in?
Water's deep.
Is it cold?
Yeah, that's.
All right. So I do want to say that I was probably really absent of mind for whatever reason during most of the investigation, and I don't know if it's from the beginning of outside or all the high EMF readings I was getting off my millimeter, because that was happening for like an hour.
Yeah.
So did the EMF screw me up? I was getting a lot of high readings at 200, 200, 175, 195, 197 continuously.
Yeah.
Could that maybe melted my brain even more than the drugs that you used to do when you were younger? So saying, but the only thing I knew, I felt like I was in a battle, and that I was very defensive.
Interesting.
So that's my take on it.
I did take you were very protective.
Yeah.
Like very, very protective of that.
You were our cleric.
I'm a cleric.
My recap on it, I definitely want to go back. It's not what I expected. I really expected to walk in and have the presence of something there. Yeah.
Yeah.
And it wasn't. And like now that you mentioned it, it was almost welcoming. It felt like grandma's house. So you walked in there. I didn't feel anything in any of the rooms. I only one time felt a presence there. But the amount of phenomena that we had with electronics and orbs and cameras. But again, if we walked in with just dowsing rods, 90% of what we caught wouldn't have been caught at all, because the electronics were picking up most of the phenomena.
Do you think the activity would have been different?
I don't know. We may not have gave it enough energy.
Yeah.
I mean, we pumped. I mean, between the 6 of us, I haven't talked to one, so I don't know if he felt off for like 3 days, but almost everybody felt off for 2 to 3 days after that investigation. Like we've been drained. We know our batteries, all our devices were drained multiple times.
That's what I'm getting at. Maybe the devices saved us, and it would have been more physical, auditory, and stuff if we hadn't had, because it would have been
Possibly
working on us instead.
And who knows, had I had battery powered cameras, how messed up that could have been. So,
yeah, well, that's real too.
So I mean, I definitely, it is going to be on my top bucket list for quite some time until I get more answers. I mean, like,
No, I you know what? You're right. I think if we go back, I'm not throwing myself in there. If we go back and we get the same results,
yep.
and we got something here.
Folks, you heard it first here. He said he wants to go back.
I didn't.
We is a big.
I'm gonna wear a helmet made out of tinfoil, but
Maybe a gas mask.
the next day I had a lot of energy the next day, but everything was.
So looking back on it, I thought what we were doing was normal, but looking back on it, the Sunday after, I spent most of the day in the bed. doing the
Not
evidence.
most. You were in the bed other than when you went to the bathroom.
Yeah, and that's not.
You did not. I went and got food for us and came back. You did not. Yeah, you were literally just doing all the data recording, swapping.
Did you get that on camera?
That's on a certain.
Hey.
That's a certain site. I have to pay to see that.
Okay, all right. I'm saying, don't judge.
May
you're
or may not have been wearing pants.
If you're not filming that, don't judge me.
But look, Parachum, what's your recap of the Sallie House? Quickly, and only once.
Only once. I think something was off. I think the fact that I felt comfortable in the house and had no fears or hesitations.
Made you more scared now?
It makes me wonder if something was actually going on. But until I do some more research on natural environments and physical stuff that was going on at that time, to me it could have been something like you said that was
Like a solar flare
or
something.
Moon phase or something. I don't know. I haven't done.
It was definitely something. You're just not willing to go. And like I think that's a fair statement. Like there's something paranormal happening. Maybe not a haunting,
But what was causing it?
but something was causing all the issues that we had. And then until we can get another data point to be able to plot it, I think that's where we're
Until we can figure out what a 4-foot predator is doing in the front yard of an old house.
at. Yeah, it's kind of odd.
I'm always gonna be shaking
compared
my head
to
on
a
this.
4-foot little girl named Sally.
Right.
But you bring up a good point. It was hot out that day. You were exhausted and sweating. Maybe you were seeing what they call
Mirage.
sun glimmer mirage or something like that.
It's rare that two people see it at the same time, though. Unless it's a heat wave. There's you can get desert images, but that's amounts of heat and generally shimmer off the. But where we were at was not that hot yet, and two people saw the same thing.
You're talking to a guy that did 2-a-days in the summer heat playing football, showed up. I know what heat's all about.
Yeah, but your eyes aren't the same as they were back then.
Yeah, but I saw movement and I saw something.
No, I'm not saying.
Yeah.
I apologize. I wasn't going down that route. I was just saying.
He's trying to give a probability. of something else.
There could be a natural explanation to the things that happened.
There was no natural.
And that's
Not to that.
I'll be honest. A lot of
Not to
if I saw
Never seen it.
if I saw all our film footage, I would knock it up to dust. It does come down to actually being there in the moment
Yeah.
with all the other parameters that we need to document, like temperature, airflow, static EMF, which we did do. I mean, you picked, it was pretty low, and then it went nuts.
It was.
Yeah, and-
It's stupid.
I hate
It
to
was
admit
stupid.
it, but they're not expensive. We should get a couple little airflow meters.
Yeah, no, we definitely should. That way we can complain when there's not enough airflow when we're podcasting.
But it leads credence to the
No,
evidence.
it does. It will help prove whether or not a gust of wind came through at a given time that could have brought dust up.
It was parachum.
But
You know, spirit sound.
let's remember how long it take you to recoup from that.
Quite a few days. I'll be honest, that was more. I felt more off because I usually am drained after doing paracons, just meeting people and all that.
I think the two.
Well, people sap your energy. Man.
yeah.
Absolutely.
I mean, but that one, I was off for at least 3 days probably.
So when Misty Raven talked to me, she goes, "Have you been off?" Gabriel's been off. He had a good. I go, I had a great day today, but absolutely, someone moved the goalpost on me.
Yeah, it wasn't like it was
Not
like-
negative or
no. Yeah, it was
but
just like off to the side, just
It's-
something like you're not gonna you're
not grounded.
just
Yeah, we probably unleashed some ancient evil curse, and we're all gonna drop dead.
That's you and someone
No.
else that does stuff like that.
But on that note, we'd like to say, to wrap up, this is our quick hour and a half recap of the Sallie House.
Yeah, thank you so much to Darkwoods Paranormal
Absolutely.
for coming out, hanging out.
Amazing
Everybody
people.
that made that happen.
Juan,
Amazing
yeah, I
people.
forgot Juan was there again. Juan, you're superhuman.
Appreciate appreciate everything. When we figure out when we're going to try to get the second data point on all this, we'll let everybody know, because it's definitely going to be up there to do again at some point. Probably when it's cold outside, so I'm not sweating as much.
I mean, I'll be honest. I'm willing to do it within the next.
Not gonna be able to get no
months.
cold spots that way.
I'm okay with that.
Okay.
I'm just. But on that note, we'll wrap this up.
Yeah.
Thank you for joining us. Time with the
Absolutely.
spirits.
Let us know what you guys think from the investigation video. Your thoughts and opinions on the evidence and things that happened, because we really appreciate any input. I know there's going to be a lot.
We did a live. Patsy and Bob saw some stuff on the live that we still have to review. That anything that people see, definitely put in the comments if you thought you saw something.
And it's good to be skeptical. Like if you have doubts, let us know.
All about it. All about it.
That only helps the field, us, everyone grow.
Yeah.
And learn from our experience.
Well, you know, that's my biggest pet peeve with Orbs. Everybody wants to say it's paranormal, and that just drives me nuts. That's why I have a hard time spitting this out of my mouth. You know.
Cool story, bro.
Well, I think
That's exactly what it is.
I think,
But you did catch some stuff on camera.
Yeah.
I think you have to look at it in terms of when people hear the word paranormal, they put it into a box that I don't think that word belongs in. Paranormal means anything that's just not normal.
Not normal.
Yes.
And when you say paranormal, people say, "Oh, it's a fucking ghost." Or,
No,
Well-
it can be solar flares, because those aren't normal.
Exactly.
Magnetic shifts. So
Good.
yeah.
yeah.
I thought you were gonna say something else. Like
No, sorry, I got distracted. My ADHD kicking in.
So-
But no, I will bring up again. I would not want anybody else there in the house except for you guys on that investigation and
you're-
Darkwood.
You're sweet, man. I appreciate it.
Everybody did. I mean, like we definitely made some newbie mistakes on some stuff, but overall, it's a lot of data that we're gonna have to go through. I'm looking forward to another one there. No, not saying that's the only place we're gonna investigate. That was definitely a bucket list of mine, and now I have one data point. I feel like I need probably 2 or 3 to say definitively, is it with the house? Is it just Atchison itself?
Yeah.
Or is it Gabriel?
Yeah, I was trying to be nice.
Yeah.
I think Parachum was happy it wasn't happening to him.
That's gonna be.
I was really kind of surprised. I
It's
was
the
like,
first time I've known you for a long time. It's the first time I've ever been
I would have
proud of
lost
you.
bets. I thought for sure you'd been screaming like a little girl running. You did run and go, oh fuck. I thought for sure OG was gonna get scratched because you're a strong male type, but you didn't go into the room. So maybe
Yourself.
Well, I did one room.
you did one room, but the room that you didn't feel like you should go into.
Yeah. I was challenged and I backed down.
I know.
I did. I backed down.
It's just we're all off. But thank you for watching.
Yeah.
Chum safely.
Be safe.
Be safe.